So, you're ready to install Google Chrome on your shiny new Mac. You figure it's a simple 30-second download. You've done it a dozen times, right? But hold on for just a second. What if I told you that one wrong click during this supposedly simple install, especially on a new Apple Silicon Mac or one running the latest macOS, could leave you completely stuck? You might end up staring at a cryptic Google Chrome quit unexpectedly error, where the app just refuses to launch. Or maybe you get stopped by a scary-looking security warning that makes you wonder if you downloaded a virus. You could even unknowingly install the wrong version of Chrome, leaving a ton of performance on the table. This isn't to scare you, it's a frustrating reality many people are hitting. The simple act of installing a browser has gotten weirdly complicated. But don't worry, because this guide is here to make it foolproof. We're going to walk through this together, step by step, so you don't just install Chrome, you install it the right way. We'll cover everything from finding the correct download to safely navigating those security prompts, and we'll even build the ultimate troubleshooting guide for when things just don't want to work. Before we even dream of clicking that download button, we need to do a quick but vital pre-flight check. Most guides skip this, but it's the foundation for getting this right. We need to know exactly what kind of Mac we're working with. For years, Apple used Intel processors, but starting in late 2020, Apple switched to its own custom chips, which you know as Apple Silicon, the M1, M2, M3, and so on. These chips are beasts, but they're built on a totally different architecture. Think of it like a gasoline engine versus an electric motor. They both make a car go, but they are fundamentally different inside. For the best performance, software needs to be written for the specific chip in your machine. And while Google's website is pretty smart about detecting your hardware, it's always better to be sure. Here's how you check in about 5 seconds. Go to the Apple logo in the top left corner of your screen and click About this Mac. In the window that pops up, look for a line item labeled Chip. It'll either say Apple M Series or it'll list an Intel processor. Take note of what it says. This little piece of information empowers you to make sure you're getting the right software. It's the first step toward becoming a Mac power user, and it will be a lifesaver if you ever have to troubleshoot other apps down the line. All right, pre-flight check done. Now we can download. And this brings us to the most important rule of installing any software. Always, and I mean always, download it directly from the official source. The internet is a minefield of fake download sites, third-party app stores, and ads that look legit but trick you into downloading junk. These fake installers can be packed with malware or adware that can steal your data and grind your Mac to a halt. In fact, fake installers are a top method for distributing threats that swipe passwords and personal info. So, your first move is to open Safari, the browser that came with your Mac. Do not just search for Chrome download and click the first link you see. Even though it's probably the right one, ads can sometimes push malicious sites to the top. Instead, let's go there directly. In Safari's address bar, type google.com/Chrome and hit enter. This lands you on the official Google Chrome page. You'll see a big blue Download Chrome button. As we talked about, the site should automatically detect that you're on a Mac and whether you have an Apple Silicon or Intel chip. You might see a little note under the button confirming this, like for Mac with Apple chip. Go ahead and click that big blue Download Chrome button. A file named googlechrome.dmg will start downloading. A .dmg is a disk image, which is basically Apple's version of a virtual container for an application. Once it's done, you'll find it in your Downloads folder. This next part feels simple, but it's where that confusing security prompt loves to show up. Open your Downloads folder and double-click the googlechrome.dmg file. This will mount the disk image, opening a new window on your screen. Inside, you'll see the Chrome icon and a shortcut to your Applications folder. The instruction is crystal clear. Drag the Chrome icon and drop it right onto the Applications folder. Your Mac will start copying the app, and it might ask for your password to authorize it. That's a totally normal security step. Once it's copied, Chrome is installed. But wait, here's a pro tip most people miss. Clean up after yourself. That virtual drive we mounted is still hanging around. Open a Finder window and look in the sidebar under Locations. You'll see Google Chrome with an eject symbol next to it. Click that eject symbol. Now you can go back to your Downloads folder and delete the Google Chrome.dmg file. No need to keep the box after you've unwrapped the gift. Now let's launch it. Go to your Applications folder and double-click Google Chrome. This is the moment of truth. You will almost certainly see a pop-up that says something like, Google Chrome is an app downloaded from the internet. Are you sure you want to open it? This warning sends a lot of people into a panic. It looks alarming, but it's just your Mac's security system, called Gatekeeper, doing its job. Think of Gatekeeper as the bouncer for your computer. It checks every app that doesn't come from the Mac App Store to make sure it's from a known developer and that Apple has scanned it for malware. Since we downloaded Chrome from Google's official site, we know it's safe. Google is a registered Apple developer, so when you see this, you can confidently click Open. You're just telling the bouncer, yep, this one's with me. You'll only have to do this the very first time. Once you click Open, Chrome will fire right up. And that's it, you're in. The last step to doing this the right way is to make Chrome easy to get to. If the Chrome icon isn't already in your dock at the bottom of the screen, just drag it from your Applications folder and drop it there. To make it stay, right-click its icon, go to Options, and choose Keep in Dock. For 99% of you, the journey ends there. But what if you're in that 1%? What if you click the icon, it bounces in your dock for a few seconds, and then poof, it's gone? This is often followed by an error report saying Google Chrome quit unexpectedly. If this happens, don't panic. Here's your definitive troubleshooting checklist. Step 1, the classic restart. It sounds almost too simple, but you'd be shocked how many problems a good old-fashioned restart can fix. Before you do anything else, go to the Apple menu and select Restart. Once your Mac is back on, try opening Chrome again. Step 2, the clean reinstall. If a restart didn't cut it, you might have a corrupted file. We need to do a clean reinstall, and just dragging the app to the trash isn't enough. First, drag the Google Chrome app from Applications to the trash. Now for the important part. Open Finder, click the Go menu at the top, and choose Go to Folder. In the box, type ~library/application-support/Google and click Go. Find the Chrome folder and drag that entire folder to the trash. Now empty the trash and you've wiped every trace of Chrome. Go back to google.com/Chrome and install it fresh. Step 3. Check your security settings the right way. On recent versions of macOS, the old security settings are gone. If Gatekeeper is being extra stubborn and won't let you open Chrome even after the first prompt, try this. Find the Google Chrome app in your Applications folder, but don't double-click it. Instead, right-click or control-click it and select Open from the menu that pops up. This will show you the same security warning, but this time the Open button will create a permanent exception for Chrome. Sometimes you may also find an Open Anyway button in System Settings/Privacy and Security after a failed launch attempt. Step 4, the new user account test. On rare occasions, the issue can be a corrupted setting in your personal user account. You can test this by creating a temporary new user. Go to System Settings/Users and Groups and add a new user. Log out of your account and into the new one. Try installing and running Chrome there. If it works, you know the problem is with your original user profile, and the clean reinstall Step 2 is your best bet. Step 5, for older Macs, a heads up. If you're using an older Mac that can't update past macOS 12 Monterey, you need to know about a big change. As of mid-2026, Google has officially ended support for Chrome on Monterey. This means that while Chrome might keep working, it will stop receiving critical security updates after Chrome version 150, which is scheduled for release around July 2026. To stay safe from new web threats, your best bet is to either upgrade to a Mac that runs a more recent Mac OS or switch to another browser like Firefox or Safari that may still support your system. And there you have it. That's the complete guide to installing Google Chrome on your Mac the right way. We didn't just blindly click through screens. We learned the difference between Apple Silicon and Intel, why using the official download link is non-negotiable, and we demystified that Gatekeeper warning so it's no longer scary. And now you have a battle-tested troubleshooting plan for when things go wrong. You didn't just install a browser, you picked up some serious skills for managing your Mac safely and effectively. If this guide helped you out and saved you a headache, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. It really helps the channel get seen by more people. And for more easy-to-follow Mac tutorials, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching.